And the exclusive reason as well, added additional reason is just because I know that you're going to hate me for not picking into your boys. So.
Mate, I'll just let the results speak itself.
If it was Renegades, I give him credit. If the fact it's not, I'm sorry, mate, I can't do it. Pistol round to get things started. LDLC will be up on the T-side start for their map pick of Nuke Order. We'll play into the defaults initially out towards the Hell entrance. Maka on the outside control with the P250 in hand. Trying to hunt for that opening frag against the several T-side players that will try and hunt him. And he will get Valiance to kick things off. Vexite sees several players and Ustillo will bail him out to find Maka at least, but the trades are pretty good. Ricky misses his chance to catch anyone diving down to the B side, so the bomb plant should be secured.
A great start coming through, just being able to get some pace down to that lower bomb site. You still are getting caught in the flames, hearing up those footsteps. Gyro trying to see if he could open up the single door, doing well to deny that bomb from going down just yet.
Tap well enough, but it won't enable a kill. The bomb plant could be secured from a different angle, and Ricky just can't hit his shots. Kios turns around the headshot. That should have been easy for him. So far out in the open, so much potential right there, but at 3-on-2 instead, it holds LDLC at the advantage.
Oh, what a mistake that is to start off, and even for Ustillo just getting caught out from the double doors. Gyro looking to see if he can isolate the picks, but it doesn't happen. Both Lambert and Sixer peek together, and LDLC pick up the pistol round. It starts with Maka outside, drawing the distraction away, allowing that P250 to start off. And for Order, those were maybe 2 or 3 opportunities where they could have just denied the bomb completely, and instead, it doesn't quite happen.
Yeah, that ramp doorway peek should have been a kill. It should have been a kill. And the fact they didn't get it enables LDLC to get a simple pistol under their belt. It just all fell apart from there for Order. Forcing the issue back in with the shotguns out for Gyro. Of course, 2 kills to his name. Going to add more to that tally and try to get the money out from him as well. Smokes towards the cross. No one's going to contest it. Ricky will try fire on Lambert, predict his position well enough, but doesn't land the shot itself.
And when you look at this team as a whole for Order, you're probably looking at some of the veteran guys of Ricky and Ustillo to really put a performance forward. Vexite is being touted as one of the hottest prospects out from the Oceanic scene, so keep an eye out for the young man too.
Let's see what he can do. Definitely would be a test against the European scene. Where he can hold his own again. It's very different, the Oceanic region itself, so eyes on Vexite. Eyes on Gyro right here with the shotgun. He does catch Hadji, at least get some bonus cash, but that's as far as it goes, that one frag.
Yeah, even crunching through, this is a very good chance of denying that bomb and just dropping it in the open. Sixer doesn't quite gather that information, doesn't know that he's getting pushed on from behind, and there's 2 players that lower to defend.
Galil picked up by Valiance. Vexite downstairs, see Sixer sends him to the grave. Ustillo. CZ catches the headshot back onto the man, so it still maintains the advantage for Order. 3v2, the bomb being dropped and everything. Actually out towards Dark. Lambert has no idea. He's still hunting for the pick and taking some damage. It allows the backside to close in as well. Ricky's on a perfect angle. Lambert gets caught in the side of the head. It's Kios now alone in a 1v3 in events, and 20 seconds to try and clutch this kind of a round. No time to it. They have no idea where he is. They might not need to, though. He's going to save. He's going to fall back a decon and just hold the weapon.
Oh, what a round coming in from Order, and it just comes down to the information play, being able to backstab in from lobby, getting into that ramp position. Ustillo having a pretty decent hold with the CZ out to those double doors, and then Ricky coming away with a couple of kills, picking up as many of those Galils as possible, keeping that XM in play. They can chuck that back over to Jara. Order finding the force by victory.
That they are. 1 apiece. Important round as well for them to put LDLC right back on the back foot, force the issue back in with the reinvestment. The Tech 9s, the Eagles, pistol power to play with. The standard rifles with the XM still in play for Gyro here. He lost it in the last round, but still did find a pick back, and it's got potential as well. Like the XM has the highest potential on Nuke of any map here, so I'm not too shocked that people are going for it. Doesn't quite find any contact early though.
LDLC looking to try and see if they can work this AK outside. Kios, a man that's been a part of this LDLC side for quite a while. It would have been definitely a big change from him coming from CIS over to the French scene again. And that AK outside, though, not finding much at all. Try and get that into the hands of Sixer or Lambert, knowing that they've got some Kevlar. I don't even think that's going to be a possibility, though. Everyone just gets rinsed outside.
Sixer with an eagle shot on the Gyro. Smoke goes down. Pressing in at the ramp position as Hadji waits, and Sixer continues to press forward the XM. Catch off angle as Hadji holds Deegan in face. Ricky will take contact Attempt to take contact, will eventually spot him shoulder baiting out. Taps forward, gets the headshot. Now Sixer's got that shotgun in his hands. Surely he doesn't save the shotgun. 40 seconds. He's hoping to bait the CTs forward, but they're not going to move. They're just going to hold their angles. They know that they've won the round.
Now, you're still being able to peek outside, get that aggressive player. You'd have to imagine Sixer's not going to stay alive for too much longer with this XM. A second round being put up onto the board for Order. Overall, though, for LDLC, when you think that that's a force buy back and a hero AK, they really didn't find much success at all.
Yeah, not great. Hard eco back for LDLC now. Glocks in, no investment at all, it feels like. They ran down to $2,200 at most. Sixer will buy a P250. That will be about the extent of the entire buy for the T side. Tech pause before we jump any further forward into this matchup. So a moment's respite very early into the game. Moment to think as well for LDLC. Like you mentioned, they didn't have a lot of success in that conversion, so how do they change up the pace?
And a round like this, probably not much of a change is going to be established. Nuke getting bomb plants on ecos is so difficult. You need the util, you need the upgrades, try and get those vent dives, that quick ramp take, the outside cross, whatever it may be. It's not as simple as some of the other maps in the pool. And for LDLC, got to think to yourself as well where this team just sits as a whole, right? They're always one of those teams that they contend in the EU circuits. They make the odd playoff run here or there. We've seen them at the odd Tier 1 events. They're ranked 54th on the world rankings. They haven't made a roster move in over 10 months. I wonder if what the next step is. I mean, got to be going to EPL is got to be one of the goals that they've got behind them, at least to finish off this year.
At the same time, though, you sort of see their ranking and where they sit in World Counter-Strike. Like, again, I mentioned before, like, I just feel like the teams coming in from the national championships, while it's a great system to allow them a chance, it feels like their position in this tournament is inflated due to that, right? And LDLC are one of the teams where I feel like the example applies. Whether or not they can get trounced in the EPL is yet to be seen. If they can make it that far, the Pistols will be able to go so far as to get one pick into this particular round. You still have it in Vexite, however. Just going to shut down the crossfire, triple up for you, Stillo Lambert. Left alone with a Glock in hand, a 1 versus 4. One good kill against Valiance is respectable for the T-side line, but it should get recovered pretty effectively to deal with this eco for their third round of the board of Order. Lambert trying to open up the doors. Gyra push forward towards lobby to catch that player off. Not going to see him for now.
Yeah, Lambert just opening up Squeak door, seeing if anything will find. Doesn't quite happen. Vexite gets his secondary kill. Order getting up to 3. And now this is probably where the test really comes through. There's an opportunity of being able to get all the AKs forward. Maka might be down on just a Galil, or at least a player's going to chuck one over to him and he can get the AK. And he's definitely going to be a key figure, especially when there's enough money for the AWP to come through.
For now, it's automatics across the entire board. The AKs, the Galils, the AUGs, the M4s. No SMGs, unfortunately. And again, no AWPs either. Nades on, smokes out, flashes forward, Gyra. M4 set, Yestillo spots Sixer and takes that frag to kick things off on the right foot. Flash forward, Keels will find the man and get back to a 4 versus 4 for the time being. Valiance has 2 players to line up. He doesn't see the second man though. So Hadji can trade and get the site back under control. Lambert will follow suit on Vexite to get the man advantage for LDLC. That bomb's yet to get planted, but it's only a matter of time.
Great upper take in from LDLC, just working the trades and eventually forcing out the mistake to give the man advantage up. They haven't quite got the bomb down just yet. They're going to re-smoke off towards main, force Ricky out with the peek, and catch him before that smoke blooms.
And Gyra's thinking he's just rotating back to the save call, give away no info to his position. Just hold on to the M4, which I don't disrespect at all. A 1v3 retake clutch without a kit, without a smoke. Definitely without time at this stage. He's fallen all the way back out. It will be a second round for LDLC. Order with a solid start. Now the Frenchmen are on the board.
You have to look at that hold from Valiance towards the back of default and think to yourself he needs to there. Needs to get that lineup. Doesn't quite see that player, so it makes it difficult. Even Hadji's thinking about a slight hunt towards this outside position. Into garage. The pre-aim's there. Easy pick comes through. That's a great hunt out for Hadji.
Now all 5 players picked up there for Order. There's still cash in the bank. They can drop weapons and they can probably get another buy back here. Don't think there should be any issues either with it. AWP will come in for Ricky. You mentioned that earlier. First time out in this matchup. M4s across 3 other players. The AUG still for Valiance. No up to respond for LDLC. Happy to stick with their AKs and the M4. The economy doesn't quite justify it either, so makes a lot of sense. M4 in for Sixer. Try and look out towards the outside as Ricky is all set towards Squeaky Door. The Sixer's going to have the pressure as Ricky tries to join him.
It had been a main AWPer for pretty much his entire career, even when you look back to the days of Immunity. It's just that when he joined up with this team, he actually got put into a hybrid role, knowing that Alistair was the main AWPer. Now that Alistair's moved away from Order and over to Renegades, Ricky's picked it back up.
Alternative smokes on the outside control will try walk out towards Secret. Uncontested by the CT side and also unrotated by the CT side as well. No one is downstairs here for Order.
Now, you'd have to imagine the ramp players can come in quite quickly from Vexite. You are right, though. No one going down towards lower. Even with the Squeak Door play overly aggressive from Ricky and Ustillo, I wonder if it's a slight misread from Order.
I feel like it might be. But now with the utility going downstairs, they should start to realize now. Vexite will get up in the rafters. Gyro's going to go ahead and join him. Is anyone watching vents as well? Order might have to account for the rotations back upstairs. I think somebody is. The crossfire's set. Gyra watching Decon Door. Got to keep his eyes on double doors just in case. Spray through, gets that one frag, and Vexite can get two on the return. So despite the counter rotations coming in last second, it works out well enough. You still have the latest man on the backstab, and Lambert left alone towards the upper side. Bombs dropped, 1v3 for him. He'll make noise. Ricky, close quarters combat, using the AWP as a shotgun, and gets another round for Order.
Very well played from the Australians. You could see there, even though they don't have players at that lower bomb site, as soon as Ustillo and Rick decide to aggress forward out to lobby, they know exactly what's going on. They've been able to clear the majority of the map. They've got a couple of ramp players. They're clearing out lobby. The only place they can be is outside down into secret. So we'll start rotating players in. They have a couple of players that slow walk forward, don't make any noise, and then even Ustillo's able to get into a position where they can play 3 at lower.
Pistol set in for LDLC. The AK of Maka is the hero rifle. And he doesn't get the frag to start things off. Vexite tanks the damage a little bit. It's Gyro that gets the kill, and Vexite still finds a frag through the smoke. It's not like it matters too much.
A great start coming through from Order up against the Eco. Just a couple of picks to start off means that really for LDLC you can't expect too much more into this round. Try and see if they get some individual picks towards this outside area. LDLC just trying to see if they can really make and force a mistake out from Order. If they can get one of these CTs to get hungry in the matter.
Taps on the Deagle. Sixer gets caught by Gyro, so no mistakes being made by the Order side. 2 left standing. Lambert has grabbed that AK. They just hold their positions, hold their tongue for now. Flashes will try and get them down into the mini position. Hadji in particular is covering it off. Spray through to 1 point of health. This round seems to go about as well as rounds seem to go. Nades up, he's dead. Or not, apparently. Okay, fair enough.
As close to as possible.
Literally, had it been like a pixel further to the right, he's dead. Like, that shrapnel would have caught him. Ustillo finally catches Lambert. Hadji below heaven. He's got to die here to get the money bonus, and I think he's been spotted now, being hunted down by Ustillo. Gets up for 1 frag towards the CT side. There's 4 alive, so not a major bother. 5th to the board of Order. LDLC on the bye.
Ustillo's been quite impactful so far in these early stages of the CT rounds. Now going into another rifle, they'll have to see who can step up. Money situation's always been pretty poor for LDLC. We still haven't seen Macro on the AWP. You're even going into the next rifle round and you've got 2 Galils and a Mac 10 out. LDLC just wondering to themselves, where's all our money going?
Guns in. A reinvestment will come down for them. Not a lot of bomb plants for LDLC thus far. Still be a limited reinvestment as they try and force the issue out. Sixer trying to get into the vent dive, making a lot of noise towards it. Sprays through from Ustillo. Not catching any further kills. It will do damage to several players. Lambert gets caught towards outside. Now they will go down for the vent dive, and the nades will find Maka at 23. There's a player right in front of him, though. It sprays manically, and Ustillo gets away completely unscathed. Doesn't find a frag for it as the bomb does get planted.
Gyro's got to be careful with how wide he overextends. Smoke down to that left-hand side is going to block off the AWP, but Gyro peeking through gives him a 5-on-3.
Hadji responds towards the man, so it's 4 players left standing instead for the CT side. Still a lot of work that needs to be done, though. Kios Just watching for contact. Time is ticking away. If they're going to move, they're going to have to move pretty quickly. Maka in the Ben's Vex site, checks it, wins out that fight. Now it's the players on the site itself, but they're so low on time. Keels gets another good kill back in. Vex site gets caught for the 2 versus 2. And Order, they've been stalled out of the site. Valiance can get one trade. Keels might go up in smoke, but this round goes up for LDLC.
And that whole round right there just comes down to maybe panic or just slowing it down way too far. You can see they've got a 5-on-3 from Gyra's pick out from Ramp. What's going on there? A lot of time stalling. It seems as if Rick was having that idea that there was a wraparound play to come through from lobby or out from ramp. And then for Chaos on the side, just play time. Just try and defend that bomb, play into the corners, get a couple of picks, and then pretty much that whole round is over. And for LDLC, they actually take a tactical off the back of it, maybe realizing just how close they were to losing that round, perhaps.
That's one timeout for now. First taken in this matchup. That wasn't a technical. Order still losing out quite heavily in that last round. Probably should have been a bit more proactive in it. And still hold the lead by 2. Still hold the rebuy back with a save weapon, of course. AWP can come back in for Ricky. The AWP out for Maka as well for LDLC. So guns galore. Playing out our 9th round in this matchup. LDLC will lean towards the outside control from 4 individuals. The smokes go down. Vexite will try counter it. Look up top of Silo. Fall down towards Secret. Wait for the T's to make their move.
Yeah, Maka's got the idea that someone's crossed through from that secret position. Just working with those outside smokes. Getting a lot of pace behind them. Does mean they're quite noisy in the matter.
Kios lean in. Lambert. He moves up. Vexite can't catch 6. A bit too quick on the trigger for the AK. And the headshot doing one better. Kios attempt to get run boosted out there past the heaven control. There's nobody up there, but they'll make sure they're safe just in case. Regardless, outside control splits across the Order side. 2-2 split between the upper and lower bomb sites. And lobby control coming in for Valiance to try to find a backstab or just information.
It is slight misdirection, knowing that Hadji is still up here to the top of the roof position, and if there is an overextension quite far out from Ricky, he's going to get caught off for it. And for LDLC, they have just got players everywhere. Outside, Kios is nearly getting into this heaven position, and for Order, they know there's nothing in lobby. They need to get a pick towards an outside position, though.
Ricky turned away from Squeaky as Lambert starts leaning up, and he'll get the headshot on the AWP. 2 frags untraded. Gyra has found Keels at least, but can't find a kill against him. Him and Valiant will try leaning towards Mini instead. The bomb should get planted. Do they go for a retake? Keels now sees what's going on. Kill towards outside. Mac is going to try and adjust towards it. The AWP still caught back for the 3 versus 3. They brought it back to winnable scenario.
Yeah, well done from Gyra to get it into a 3v3. They still need a bit of oomph behind them. They don't have a lot of util. They'd love another pick. And for LDLC, they're so patient on the post plant.
Angie walks in, nades go down. Gyra is still watching for contact. Time is running short. Gyra leans up. Incendiary should drive Sixer back away from the vent corner. He burns. Gyra gets the kill. Yestillo doubles up as well. Got to get on the defuse right now, though. Where's that kit? Valiant's got to get on the site right now. They've got time for this? No, he's way too far away. The positioning is what costs Order, and it's the tiniest mistake, but it's a 4th round for LDLC.
That's a massive shame. That's just miscommunication right in the end there. Yestillo does fantastically to get a couple of kills out from that hub position. From the 3 players, though, Valiance is the only one that's got a kit, and he's not in the right position at the right time to get onto that bomb straight away. It doesn't quite come through, and that's got to be frustrating because that's a round you've got to be converting. And for LDLC, they were probably sweating it there for a moment.
Yeah, well, about, what, 20 feet away from losing that round? That's what made the difference. Tactical timeout taken by Order because they know that they should have won that, and those small mistakes are what's going to cost you against LDLC. And that's the small mistakes that lesser regions and people don't have, or teams that don't have experience at the highest level of Counter-Strike are going to make and will get punished for. Order need to clean that up, and they will be able to buy back in. It will be a messy buy, so not the best of starts on that front. But the same can be said for LDLC. 2 Galils in for this next one. 3 Galils, in fact.
And never really see a full buy with AKs for LDLC. They are still keeping it close and competitive, and with a round streak of at least getting themselves up there with only a deficit of 1, they've put themselves in a good position. Early util towards that upper bomb site, not quite committing with it just yet.
Valiant's close to the corner, fast play out of Heart. He could line up several of them, only gets the one frag. Instant trade from Maka. Vexite drops down with a USP in his hands, and Hadji and Maka just clean up him and Gyra. 2v4. This is a bomb down. This is a save round here for Order.
And just kind of going back with that point you made, Jay, about playing European competition, one aspect you'll find, whether you're coming from South America, North America, Asia, Oceania, into an event like Conference, is that you'll just make so many more errors than you did previously when you're back home, because you're not quite getting punished for the mistakes you're making out from. We've seen it previously where it feels as if you've got the right information play, but you're getting caught off with a timing or a reposition, whatever it may be. Order, even though it is going to get tied up from 5-5, they definitely do need to dig themselves a good lead going into the second half and really step up on the City side.
Evened out, 5 apiece. Order a stellar start, but LDLC have found their rhythm. The economies will match up as well for these two teams. There can be a buyback for Order. Of course, LDLC still saving the majority of weapons. And AUG picked up by Hadji as well. Keels can buy down. Everything looks okay in this round for the respective sides. It all comes down to the players themselves. Can Order regain the lead? Will LDLC pick it back against them? It's another fast play out, it seems, initially. The utility thrown out towards Squeaky. They don't rush out of Squeaky, though.
Just try and see if they can draw as much counter utility in as possible from that City side. Just get all those smokes and incendiaries to commit. It could be a vent dive from Sixer.
Been very loud about this over the course of this matchup, and this round will be no different. His teammates will follow suit for him. Smokes down and a decon, nice nade, lobbed pretty well, but only tagged to 77, not a massive amount being done. The incendiary is that little bit better though. It actually stops the bomb from going down as Keels will find an extension out against Gyro. The bomb crossing out in the open, and Ricky misses that shot, overcooks the flick a bit too much. Nade on Hadji to 4 points of health. He's still alive, and the bomb gets planted.
Oh, look at Maka. He's just drawing the attention. He's not even looking for a fight. Just bring them back in. That's such a sick play, because now they're going to get forced into Lambert.
Oh, this is wonderful. This is so well played. The mind games for LDLC. The kill found only on one individual. Lustillo can buy a line back out for the CT side, so they can't escape towards spawn. But this will be around for LDLC, and they might go hunting. You can see Mac is looking over towards spawn. Six is going to start leaning out towards it. Do they catch any more kills? Do they form up as a cohesive unit? Yes, they do. They're going to go hunting for this. Order could be in a lot of trouble. Molotov back behind the forklift. Lustillo burns, and he goes down for it. Any flashes, any sort of utility to throw out there? Doesn't seem like it. They won't go extending any further. They'll just keep that one frag, leave 2 players alive.
Oh, that's pure class coming out from LDLC. That's them just reading the game to absolute perfection. The way that Maka does not even commit to a fight. Just spam a couple of bullets, get them to drive away, get them out of committing to that lower bomb side, and then Lambert goes, yeah, they're not going to retake. They're not going to go for this. Knowing they haven't been able to find a pick back, I'm just going to position myself towards the lockers outside because they're going to go to spawn and I'm going to beat them there.
And tactical pause taken by Order, their second one required at this stage. Single round separates the two teams still. LDLC only just recently gaining this lead. And the half buy from Order will be able to respond to it. They've got those 2 save weapons. They're not going to force around it to get the SMGs and other automatics. Have those Deagles, that 5-7, that CZ. And Mac 10 will try force forward. Gyro's first contact gets the kill on him. Not quite the second or the third. Damage done to Keels at least, but it's a 4 versus 4, making it 3 as Vexite drops, and the V site is open for business.
And just being able to pull the distractions, allowing that outside lurk to do something. Lustillo's doing great work with this CZ. Not quite enough for any of these picks, though.
Plant will be secured. Advantage LDLC, they will try and look for the exits on Ricky's part, missing that shot, and now should fall away to go for the full definitive save. Maka gets caught off guard by Valiant, so that's one more frag to find. Anything more for Ricky? Flashed out, back into the locker rooms. Lambert will try and give chase to get rid of that AWP. Be nice, take away from Order. Shot missed, Lambert jumps around the corner, and Valiant is just left alone.
And playing out from Garage, you might even lose this weapon. There's a very good chance that Sixer just comes up from the secret position, looks in for a late hunt into the round. And Kios towards the outside position. I don't think he saw him. He's low on HP. They can swing together. Surely there's no way that Valiant stays alive. One more pick. That's all he gets. Sixer's eventually going to try and go back to that AWP. Doesn't really make a difference. They've got plenty of money. These hunts have always been on point for LDLC. Even if they do lose a couple of players, they've pretty much been successful every time.
They can justify the losses here. They've got so much cash, like you mentioned. The buy comes in with a full AKs across the board. Maka could also invest into the AWP if he really wants to. Sixer can buy it down as well. They won't opt to go for it, though. Automatics the name of the game for LDLC. Order have their own reinvestment, and thanks to losing out on that M4, it leaves them limited by a slight amount. It's not quite limited on the utility base, so they've got enough right in the tax. But in a long-term game, the money's going to start to hurt them. Lambert catches Vexite. Poor crosshair placement from him. Kill found easy.
That's a good start towards the outside position, and now you start wondering to yourself, are Order running out of steam? They had a great start into this map. They're up 5-2. We're now starting to see a streak of 5 in a row. LDLC looking to try and press it even further. Keep that outside lurk of Lambert. A lot of spam coming through from the hut and from that squeak door position. It seems as if they want to commit towards ramp.
Gyro sees Haji, catches that trade. A 4 versus 4 incendiary set as Ricky tried to back him up, but Gyro's going to get overwhelmed in the end. Even man standing still. 3v3. Lambert towards outside could get caught off. Turned away from, but the leg shot only connects. Lambert looks up to the rafters. Valiant can finally finish him off. And Ricky's so tunnel vision, he doesn't know the Mac is extended. So back to evens we go again. LDLC keeping pace with Order here. Smokes up. Valiant spotted on the wall bank sprays and ahead of the site itself. Six will catch him rotating, get this bomb down.
You're still on for the clutch, trying to come back in from that hell position and knows that Mac is up there in heaven. Needs to deal with this first fight before he can do even more. And even Mac could just drop down from heaven, leaving the position.
The reload. He still gets caught by Maka regardless. Frag found, easy pick, triple up for the man. And an 8th round gain for LDLC, a half gain for LDLC. Order losing out on the CT side, and whilst they had that amazing start, those 5-2 scorelines now fallen behind on the wayside. Frenchmen have full control. Order have to eco.
Yeah, buying down fairly heavily, knowing you're on max round loss bonus, you can get down to sort of that 2k marker, 1.5 if you really want to go down low. And even for Gyro, get a pick with this XM, you built your money back.
10 in for Lambert, moves forward out towards the secret position. Deagle spam. I think they might have heard the footsteps at best. Sixer up against Gyro first. XM, plenty of players to find, takes his early couple of shots, doesn't get any kills for it, it's just damage being done. And they have a lot more dished out to him.
Yeah, it's not really enough. When you're playing the XM, you're having that extra level of investment. Lambert even looking up to the top of that garage position, you still are going to catch him off. Unfortunately, it's not much to be able to pick up. It's only that Mac 10. And for LDLC, there's still so much time for them to toy with. Just try and see if they can bait out some further mistakes.
Rotations move forward as Ricky and the Valiants hold themselves in the site, ready for contacting kills. Justillo does get caught out to credit cards, so that's one more frag. And for the tally for LDLC, not a lot of resistance being held here by Order. They'll try hold back at speed of the Valiants. Six is still so quick to the reactions. Great peek in. Ricky does spot a couple players crossing. Here's where Hadji's coming in from, evades him at the smoke position. Swing in, spam his way forward, but just get nothing for it. Eventually the crossfire should catch him in the frag, the casualty. 13 seconds to get the bomb down here. Someone's going to go for it eventually. And yeah, they will get that plant in. Next site, 1v4.
Yeah, LDLC just proving to themselves that they're the stronger team here on T side, being able to make it uncomfortable for Order in a lot of these situations. Macra even jumping over higher to not expose himself to that main position. They peek in together, and for LDLC, they just seem to be on the same page, and this is what we're expecting. This is a well-drilled team. Yeah, LDLC definitely aren't a massive contender when we look at some of the lower divisions. These guys have still been around for a very long time. They haven't even made a roster change in 10 months, so because of that, a lot of these setups and the way they work together, you expect it to be at a very high level.
One more round left and a half for LDLC to get it to 10-5 and take away Order's early start and leave it as the only rounds that they found in this half. Haji finds Justillo through the smoke. Gets the kill to kick things off.
Now, Order have struggled to be able to connect kills onto tagged up players. You can even see in this round, Six is down low. Haji, Gyre actually catching the outside player. Haji going down for the fence, gets knifed out from Vexside. A perfect angle when you're playing on the ladder.
What is going on? What is going on? What's with all the try peaks from LDLC? Should have been the most confident 10th in the world for them, given the momentum that they've had in this round. They just peek outside, peek through lobby, get knifed in vents. Bombs in the open. The CTs now know what's going on. Ricky at least bottles the trade. Frag Maka follows suit on Gyra. Somehow LDLC have found a way back into this round 6 up against Valiance next, and Valiance will drop that bomb for a second time. It's all Maka now. On for the triple, the 1v2 clutch.
He doesn't know where Vexside's playing out from, so he's got that idea of where Valiance is aggressive towards a hut position. Get that bomb move out towards ramp, or instead just look for the fight.
Valiance gets his kill in and does get the 6th to recover something for Order at the turn of the half. It's still LDLC in the lead as we look to their CT side.
Order finding it difficult to find form and contention in this first map of the series. They started things off fantastically, up 5-2, but LDLC really coming into their own. And now looking at them on the CT side, this is where I think they could just have the play, Jay, to start moving over, start stretching their lead even further. This is going to be tough for the Australians to bounce back.
Yeah, 9-6 going into the CT half for LDLC. We talked about how CT sides are so important for the likes of Nuke and the fact that Order couldn't win out their own half on that something to be scared for them. A tough ask on the pistol round to kick things off. They've got the PT-50 for Valiant, not Raid Boss in this one. No Kevlar for him. They've got the Glocks out on everybody else. The utility in for Ustillo being used to try set things up out towards Squeaky Door. It's back towards outside. That lands that first kill. Keels with the second, Hadji with the third, and it's decimation on the LDLC side in the same way the Order were able to do on their pistol. The favor has been returned. Ricky at least finds one responsive, and Vexite towards outside will try and make a play. He's seen where Lambert is. Ricky the same. Vexite credited with the kill. An Order, the remaining two players slow things down.
And this is still winnable for Order. They've got a lot of time to work with. They've got that P250. They've got a smoke, and Hadji is low. They need to try and bait in another mistake, though. See if they can turn it into a 2v2. Six is playing the cross. Now, he doesn't have a lot of information on what's going on. Looking out to main, up in that heaven position, too. Order finally starting to make their move in, and it feels as if they want to try and go lower and head towards Chaos.
Him that stands alone downstairs in the B entry corridors. Two to find. Ricky, headshot missed. He gets it together in the end. Vexite with a responsive. And now on for the Quadra clutch. Where does he go? Back upstairs towards A through double doors on B. Double doors on B seems to be the call. And Bomb will go down in the midst of that smoke. Tagged up by Hadji. That will force him to rethink his ideas. 20 seconds. Jump phase. Second attempt at the plant will come in. Hadji will let him get the bomb down. So there's bonus money for Order at the very least. They'll try a fight on towards that one player. Six is the main concern. Vexite takes his engagement but cannot quite find the kill. And now they're down on the bomb's position with the defuse not being stuck. It's tapped once. Vexite sees them come in. They don't check it. He lands up that one kill. Not quite that second. Hadji on 13 HP will just hold the round together for LDLC.
Oh, that is a great effort. That's a 2v5 position for Order to be in, and Rick's able to get a kill. Vexite with 3, getting that bomb plant, being able to isolate the 1v1s pretty well, just not quite finding that last connection. It sucks to know that the last player in Lambert is just so low at 13 points of health. It doesn't quite go their way. Knowing they got a bomb plant, though, opportunity to force up.
10-6 for LDLC. They finally get those double digits on the board. Guns in, of course, the force buy coming in for Order thanks to that bomb plant bonus. The Tech-9s, the Eagles, the AKs, the Galils. Burst fire from the SMG of Lambert will try and make a play towards Squeaky. Very little contact outside of that. It's so slow and so careful and so passive from the T side.
Yeah, Nuke has always been a map in the Oceanic scene that gets played quite a lot. A lot of teams love it to pick into BO3s. Order are one of these teams that actually don't have a crazy amount of success against the high-end teams, against the looking for Org guys or Renegades. Have always struggled on this map. And Vexite doesn't struggle out towards that ramp take. Getting that first pick in, knowing where Maka is, just trying to dive down to the lower bomb side.
Isn't that AK the decent effect, but being tagged up heavily means that he might not be able to find effect again. Hadji peeks out at Decon, gets a kill on Valiant to return the trades. Hadji will follow suit on Ricky as well. The bomb's been dropped in the open. Vexite can't catch the play. He's seen vision that Hadji just takes his peek and gets his headshot. Kios follows suit on Ustillo, and Gyra is left alone. 1v4, Deagle in hand. He's well out of dodge.
I can just imagine Vexite thinking, damn, they're sharp at EU, man. That was a sick peek coming through from Hadji, just doming straight away. And for Gyra, it felt as if there was some movement in this round, knowing that that first and opening man advantage got exploited out to that ramp position. Outside of that, nothing else was found. Order still on 6, LDLC climbing up to 11.
And there were some question marks around that round at certain points in time, but ultimately it is LDLC that come out on top with it. And that is more than fine. 5 rounds to the difference. An Order have an eco to play with. An upgrade pistol for Valiant and for Vexite as well. You're still with a P250 as well. A little bit of cash invested into this round. Nothing massive though.
You'd have to imagine, as long as they don't get farmed, it doesn't really matter what the outcome of this round is. Just hope to get a couple of individual picks. Ricky spamming through that smoke. Sixer getting close to some of those bullets. He's pressed himself right up against the smoke.
Nades on damage being done. Keels towards outside. Catches one player. Vexite's been tagged up, I believe, by the scout towards the outside control. Maka does get taken back, so there's something more for Vexite's part. Only that one kill. It's 4v4 with a HP advantage for the CT side.
Six is looking to come in. No one is even watching this ramp position. This is just going to be a mop-up.
Nice pulled out, easy pickings. Sixer has one player to find in Valiance, he will be able to do so. Ricky, not much to be found by him. M4 gets the triple, not a lot of cash flowing in for the SMG frags, but that's fine. He can play this one as a bonus round. They only lost one player, they've reinvested buyback for him. 12 to the board of LDLC. Order with the gun rounds, and this is where they're going to have to get started and start bringing in this comeback. 6 to make up, 4 for LDLC to win.
And we saw that for Ricky, he wasn't able to find a lot of success with the AWP on the CT side. You've now got Maka to defend up against, and he is definitely a star player to come through from this LDLC side. Get to see what he's going to be like with the big green. Bring that quite aggressively, waiting for an early peek out from the squeak door area.
Yeah, Ricky caught. Tagged up behind the solid boxes. Hadji looking up and rotating out towards the edge of the red box. The T's will just sit here. Utility will go down towards outside. Smokes in particular on Hadji with the M4. Watch out for presence. They will make their way out. Oh, Hadji can find so much. He just capitalizes on Valiant's position. Got to look up towards the next players downstairs. Stillo with the bomb on his back, and eventually he does get overwhelmed. Maka at least gets his AWP pick in. Can't catch Stillo. Forced to drop down, but through the smoke, the kill comes in. It's a 3v3, but he's still the smokes to clear.
They're stuck outside. They've only got at least another smoke from Ricky to try and work with, and they just start backing off. Gios is gathering all the information that they have not crossed into secret, so they've got to be going back to lobby.
Well, and Kios watching in the mini position. They might swing out. Vexite continues to look outside, look towards Secret, look towards Garage. 35 seconds, and Kios is just going to wait here. Ready for the first receiver, sees the shadow, gets the kill in pretty easy. Vexite with a very quick swing as well, but they give themselves up one by one with the dry faces. Kios even peeks in for the triple, and it's easy pickings for him. 13 at the board of LDLC. Order stood no chance on that outside control.
No, not at all. Perfect crosshair placement in from Kios. Crispy stuff. And you're right, no one is able to back each other up there. You're giving up individual fights. It's going to be a fairly simple hold to come through from Kios. And for LDLC, they're just adding more to their tally in this second half. Order have not been able to find a crazy amount of success at all. Going into another eco, even a lot of these rounds, they're not getting bomb plants, so the economy game's just not getting built up for them.
Martov's in to suppress the early plays out of Squeaky Door. Hadji nades back, Tech 9 for Vexite. Pointed by the smokes on, he gets tagged to 18 points of HP, and he continues pressing the issue. Flashes forward, blinded by those flashes for Lambert, and Kios and Hadji still come up with those kills. They can't find the trades here on the T-side line. Decent effort for Order in the half-buy, but it's a 1v5 and not a round that they can take, not even a bomb plant they can secure.
Yeah, even Gyro's just trying to set nades up, get them through those skylights to help the entry fraggers out, and instead it's just aggression from the city side to drop that bomb out to Squeak Door. LDLC looking for their 14th, and what a breeze this has been for the Frenchman here on Nuke. When he thought about the early start in from Order, sort of look at it and go, okay, we could see some competitive nature here. Since that point, it's been anything but that.
Yeah, shot from Maka. Finds his pick. All 5 alive for LDLC's side. And this lead is beginning to grow to insurmountable positions. A last buyback from Order. A last chance in this matchup. They lose this round, they will have no cash. They'll have a force buy. And surely at that point, it will be game for LDLC.
Yeah, Order just trying to see if they can at least possess an opening pick, or maybe not at all. Maka, with that nade open towards Squeak Door, just picks into Valiant straight away. And for LDLC, where were the flashes there? Where's the trade back? There's nothing. Order's got one player in Squeak Door, and that's it. As soon as he falls, Maka's just going to hold them at advantage.
2 picks found easy. Backstabs continue to come in, and they're just getting wrecked right here for Order. Map point for LDLC. To
no
think
respect,
they
man.
found all of their rounds on the CT side. And you're right about the no respect style. It's being played out to their fullest now. Because LDLC, they can still win with it. 9 rounds to make up. Order a long way back from the brink.
To be fair, though, you might say, oh, that's not fair that they're not giving respect. Why would they? They're up by such a massive margin. They've been the better team by a country mile. You're coming into that last round just pushing everywhere, just making those aggressive duels happen, and even for Order, this could be the last round of the map, and the buy's just not there at all.
Kios kicks things off against Valiance. AWP is 6, drops the bomb, the Orpamaka with a crossfire, and they're just ripping them apart. It's decimation, it's delivery. Order dealt with an effective fashion in this last round in the half. Gyro will try fight his way out of this corner, but it's only a matter of time before he falls. 16-6, what a